Hi, this is Buzz Cantor from the Buzz Cantor YouTube channel, and I hope you do subscribe. There's a small red box there on the side you can click on and subscribe for free. Today we have a very rare Series A Vincent single. We believe it's a 1936. It's barn fresh. We pulled it out of a barn about a year or so ago, and I was working with Scott Dell, who's the guy with these old Vincents. He races a Comet. A Comet, yeah? Comet. And he's the guy I went to, and we discussed it. I said, I'd love you to get it sorted out mechanically and running, but don't mess with it cosmetically. I love the way it looks right out of the barn. This is not a fake patina job. This is the way we found it. It's earned it over the years. So Scott's agreed to walk us through and show us about it, and we'll get it started. I mean, where are you going to hear a Vincent single? So Scott, this is Scott Dell, who does this for fun and for kicks when he's not racing them.
Right.
So
I have nothing else to do.
All right, so you're going to walk us through, explain us what's what.
Okay, there's a 36 early Vincent Comet. Motor number is indicated by a C in the number, means Comet. They made a Meteor as well. The Meteor was a slightly detuned version.
So this is the sportier model?
This was the hot rod.
Okay.
There was one more above this called a TTC, which was a TT Comet.
Okay.
And that was a replica race bike, basically. You bought it from the factory as a factory replica.
And it was a streetable or no? Strictly for racing?
The TTs should have been just racing bikes.
Okay.
You know, no lights or road gear.
Okay.
This one here is particularly early because it has the single oil feed. They had some trouble with that, and later they made it a 2-jet feed, but this is a single feed.
With 2 separate taps?
The later ones had 2 separate jets that were actually adjustable, so you can control the oil flow.
Okay.
This one here, to adjust it, you actually go in there and you peen the end of the pipe over a little and
spread it out
down to shut down the oil.
Okay.
It's a gear-driven oil pump.
Okay.
These are really high output oil pumps, much better than probably the post-war pump situation.
Can you say that 3 times fast? Post-war pump?
Post-war pump.
Okay. All right.
And this bike here, I mean, it's as found condition. It's got very nice AML tidy bar controls on them. Very rare. Only seen them on one other Vincent we had.
So that is this setup right here.
This whole setup with the clutch. This is decompressor.
And these are correct but rare.
Correct but rare. You could get tidy bars on your Vincent if you like them.
Okay.
I think the idea behind them was it just less bracketry.
Okay.
So you had one bracket held 2 levers instead of having 3, 4 levers across, and
more efficient in
handlebar got
visuals.
clustered.
Okay. And it's got some bird poop on it, some original British bird poop.
That's it.
So.
It came right out of the Queen Zone.
All right. And this is a pedestrian slicer in the front, the license plate.
That would be. I don't know the history of that number or if that's going back. I mean, it has the 48 last tag on it from England.
So that's the registration disc.
This would be your registration, prove that you had paid your road tax for the year.
From 1948.
And that looks very original. People do make copies of these and fake them, but I don't see that one being fake. It's too cool.
Well, this one's been the barn. It's got then a pump on the front here.
That's an air pump. Not correct per se what that would have been on a Vincent, but you know,
that's cool.
What people did.
All right.
The front fender's been changed.
Not original front fenders, but era correct, maybe?
I think it's more 50s, 60s.
Okay.
Probably the original fenders got crinkled and wrecked like they always did, so somebody put that on.
Okay.
But very neat piece. Same with the rear fender. The rear fender, it might be a later Vincent fender. They did make a fender kind of shape like this.
All right.
But it's
cool.
It's got a post-war Vincent number plate on the back with a very early looking Miller taillight.
Cool. Well, now we're going way off into the edge. I mean, there's very few people
who appreciate this.
Who are going to know this. The Britax.
The Britax was an accessories company. You'd go to the back of the blue one or the green one, and you would buy that seat for a shilling or something, and you'd put it on your motorbike.
A threepence, shilling and threepence.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the rack is
the rack is correct. That is the way Vincent did their passenger rack.
Okay, and then the passenger pegs are down here.
The passenger pegs look like the Brooks are a period original piece to this era bike.
Yeah.
The bracketry, perhaps, maybe somebody did something a little funny there. It should be straight up and down.
Okay,
but it's right there.
Cool. All right.
This is the brake setup, which is kind of interesting, and if you look at it, it just pushes on the brake arm. It's just
Yes.
kind of floating out there. But dual brakes on both wheels.
And
Decent brakes for the
I'm
era.
assuming that that doesn't have a brake light.
No, never
Okay,
had.
you could put
Pre-war
those
bikes
on.
did not have
yeah.
one. No.
Okay.
A
All right.
single wire into your tail light on all these pre-war British things. I mean, there was no chance of a brake light.
Okay.
I've been stopped at traffic lights for people to tell me, you don't have your brake light working. I was like, yes, I know.
Yes, thank you very much.
Right.
And it's single brake in the back, and double brakes in the front.
Double brakes on both wheels.
Oh, on the
That
back.
was
also?
one of Vincent's things right from the beginning. He did double brakes.
So, and speedometer drive off the front wheel.
Yep. This is a Brampton front end,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to the later Vincent hydraulics. But
Okay.
the Brampton was just the earlier version.
Okay. So show us the starting procedure. So 1936, Vincent Series A.
See if she's
Comet.
happy with us and willing to
Okay.
go.
So the first thing we make sure the oil
We have an
is
oil
on.
petcock, just that's not Vincent per se, but the oil pumps do wet sump, so we put the petcock on there.
Okay.
And we made it in a way that you can turn it and lock it so it can't get knocked off accidentally.
Okay. And then the kicker's here.
The kicker is here. This is decompressor on this side.
Well, hang on. Which is and you pull the
Decompressor.
decompressor,
Yep.
which allows you to kick the motor
You get
over.
it- you can
get
feel
it
it right
past
here.
top dead center.
Top dead center.
Okay.
And
And
then you
then
pull that compressor again, and you just kind of let the air out. Now you're
so you're past top dead center.
not even. I didn't even move the kicker. I just let the air out. Now
Really?
I'm not fighting compression because
okay.
it's gone.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. Oh, not too bad.
Now what is this you're grabbing here?
That's just front brake. Just so I don't
Okay, so it was a
out.
roll.
Put the choke back on.
Yeah, don't you love when the camera's on?
Yeah, it won't start with the camera. Watch it.
And what is this you're adjusting here?
Just taking the choke off.
The choke. So it's now no
There,
choke.
choke. This is advanced retard.
For the
It's in
timing?
retard right now. 'Cause you always start them in retard.
Right. So it doesn't fight you.
Oop. I think we just ran out of gas. That seemed like it was an out of gas situation. Come on.
I have gas if you need it.
Just kind of shut off like it was.
Well, folks, there you have it. This is Buzz. This is Buzz Canter.
Hope you
On
enjoyed.
the Buzz Canter. Oh, there we go.
Rev it up a little. Keep it going. I let it kind of idle down.
Well, it's cold
So this is advanced retard.
for the timing.
You hear that?
Yep.
Bring it up. Most of the time you're going to leave it full advance.
Full advance.
These are what they call a slack wire advance. So if you break the cable, it
Right.
goes to full advance so you can ride home.
Right.
You don't want a loose wire advance.
And what do we got going on here? We have an ammeter. Does that not work?
No electric torque right now.
Okay, that's not working.
We rebuilt
This is
the generator,
lights.
but I did not hook any of that up.
And this is the speedometer.
Really interesting speedometer. It doesn't have a thermometer on it, but it has all these funny little numbers. I don't believe I've seen it before. So somebody else might know that.
Someone will know. Excellent. Gas tank emblem, the HRD.
Yep.
That was Davies was his name.
Howard
Davies.
Raymond Davies. And I actually have a medal of his that he won at a hill climb in 1941 on an HAS.
Excellent. On an HAS.
Yeah. Because I had a 21 HAS at the time.
Okay.
And I was smoking too bad.
Okay.
I went to the driveway here once.
And away he goes.